praise to Ivy and Zep for the transparency work. The audits are super cool, and they're starting to make. I think it's. I don't think that there can be enough praise given to Zep and Ivy for their work on that. I also want to praise Tam for the Hatcher outreach. It's pretty ridiculous how many people are being onboarded right now every day, and more people and more people. Great work. I also want to praise Sam, Paulo, Gabby, Fabi, and the whole Common Swarm team. They're not as visible in our greater community, but the work that they're doing on the hatch is super cool. Special praise to Marco as well for helping us figure out how to display the different target goals. And I'll pass it to Zeptimus.
I wanted to tell you, like, if you could this praise for the beginning. I was not recording, like the three first persons. I'm so sorry.
Sure. The first praise was for Vitor and Fabio, who are like just killing it on the dashboard. Like I could praise them again. Can I praise them again? Vitor and Fabio, like, my God, they're just Fabio especially. He just had a V2 balancer launch. He's working for Balancer part-time, and like he had a whole launch, and he was able to say no to Balancer to work for our dashboard, which is just like really nice, you know? So I'll pass this up.
Thank you, Griff. For the time. Yeah, I wanted this praise to Juan. He's also recording this call if that issues were happening. Like he probably got your record at the beginning, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure I also got it. I also wanted this praise to Jess, because like she was, we were chatting on the like how the weekend was going, and she gave very good vibes. I wanted this praise to Sam and Santi for meeting in real life, and yeah, I'll pass it to Santi.
Thank you, Septi. I want to give special praise today. And my praise goes to someone who paid for my meal today. It was a great meal, so I'm going to praise that. I'm going to praise Sam for that. And of course, I want to praise Zeptimus for recording and for all their him and Ivy on the transparency group. All the stewards, Grief, that are here, and those that are not here, Grief, Livy, Tam, Sam, Jake, and the new ones, Nate, and also some of the ones that have stepped a little bit back, like Jessica and Craig, and Chewy. And I don't want to miss Sean. His work helping on the legal working group is absolutely amazing. Thank you. I'm gonna pass it to Libby.
Thanks, Santi. Well, we're just coming from the Params party, so I was pretty impressed with all the work there, and I want to praise the Params team. So Jake, Griff, Vitor, Fabio, Sam, YGG, Mitch, Lauren, Nate, for all of the documentation also and work you've been putting beyond the setting up of the Params. It looks really cool, the dashboard. And I also want to praise Katie for jumping in, onboarding, and for really trying to understand our community and helping so much. And also to Tam for all her work, just helping in all the fronts also always. And I'm gonna pass to Mitch.
Thanks, Livy. Let me pull up my little list of praise here. I want to praise Livy and Wanka for setting up the latest round of MVV votes. Praise to Vitor and Fabio for the work on the dashboard. Praise to YGG, Sam, Jake, Bart, Lauren for deciphering the ABC parameters. Marco and Christopher for working on the website layout. And lastly, to Tam for being the glue. And I would like to pass it to Sam.
I would like to dispraise to two particular persons this time, Luke and Gabby, because they care a lot about DAOs in XDAI. They have been fixing the, let's say, disaster with the IPFS pins, and they were really careful with the whole ecosystem and saying, we can improve this. Yes, let's improve this. We could also improve that now that we have some time. So they really care, and this is why I want to praise them. I am going to pass it to Tam.
So I have a bit of a long list, and I'll try to keep it under a minute. I will keep it under a minute. So Griff, Jeff, Livia, Jess, so like you guys are the reason I think a lot of us are here. So I want to give a special praise to all of you today. Christopher, for being able to take almost anything and deliver such amazing quality. Jake, Marco, Chewy, Nate, Mitch, comms is really coming together, and it's really nice to see. You guys are really killing it. Katie, special praise for all the onboarding work you've been doing. I can start to see that it's coming together. And then Katie, Aiden, and Chewy for doing the dress rehearsal of the onboarding script. Santi and Zep for the heartwarming photo op. Sem for everything. Ivy for everything. Craig, the blog posts are amazing. And YGG, because I never get to praise him, but I should do it more. And I'll pass to Jessica.
Hello, everybody. I'm eating lunch, but I'll turn my camera on real quick. Hey, I would like to praise many people, but especially Camera for holding it down for Hatcher Outreach, and just, I don't even know how you do all the things you do. I want to praise Lauren because we've been having some nice interactions. We have a call after this to go over our CAD Edu homework. So praise Lauren for joining CAD Bootcamp and starting to get more involved in the community. And I wanted to praise Suga for the nice onboarding session we had. Livia, because I always praise Livia. And Chewy, I've been seeing your name everywhere in my email inbox, so I know that means I'm not who to pass it to, but I'm going to go with, and I want to praise Vivi. Vivi is just always there in the background, working so hard and asking amazing questions all the time. So I'll pass to you, Vivi.
V, are you there?
Hi, I'd like to praise Ivy and Septimus for all the recordings and being proactive in giving praise for. I'd also like to praise Marco for the wonderful designs, his proactiveness in helping you figure out issues and closing issues, and like his friendliness and approach while helping you understand how to move forward with an issue. I'd like to praise Griff, Tam, and all the stewards for always being there and being awesome. I'd like to praise Levi Eduardo, who suggested me, who help guide me through my C-Stack issues, and everybody for being so awesome and so great. That's it.
Sorry, Vi, did you pass?
I'd like to pass this to Vitor.
Vitor, are you able to dish some praise?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. I'd like to dish praise for Lauren for all the amazing work in the Common Simulator deep dive, and for the guys in the ramps, so Mitch, Lorenzo, Jake, Fabio, and Sam, IGG, and all the people that helped make it possible. I think that's it.
Cool, and I'll pass it for you to Katie.
Okay, yeah. Or something. I'd like to praise the stewards who've met with me lately this week. so praise to Nate, Santi, Ivy, Septimus, Juan Carlos, and also I'd like to praise Marco and Chris with a K, and ViViV for the great new landing pages. Back to Griff, I think.
Sure.
I don't know who. Wait a minute, hang on.
No, I can take it. I'll pass it to Chewy.
Thank you, Griff. I'd like to praise, well, first of all, Jessica, because I don't think I ever praised you for throwing me, like pushing me into the fire like 2 weeks ago in the community call. That really gave me a lot of confidence, and I feel that it was a really important part of how I get how stuff works in comms. So thank you for that. I'd also like to praise Tam and Katie for great for inviting me to a great onboarding session with Aidan. I learned a lot from that. Thank you for it. I'd also like to praise Marco, Nate, and Mitch for all of their support in comms, and just for helping me to keep improving. Just a quick praise for Griff, Victor, and Jake, because they I think I finally got the dashboard in this last Params party. So yeah, thanks. I'll pass it to Mitch.
Mitch already went, I think.
Yeah, I went.
We can throw it to Craig though.
Hello. Fear the bell. I love it. Right. Gosh, there's always so many people. I'll keep it simple and say I'll dish praise to Santi and Sam for that live person photo. Those are great. And back to you, Griff.
Then I'll sling it to Juan. Wonka, you haven't gone, right?
Yeah, Griff, I want to say thanks to everyone because I got my swag. So I want to praise Sam because she helped me with that, and all the Common Stack team. I want to dish praise to Livy, to Griff, to Jessica, to Tam. I really to Septimus, and also to Mateo and my brother Jose Vicente, because we are like super excited about carrying the flag on the Ethereum Colombia community, and that's awesome. And I will pass to Sebnem.
Hello. Yes, I want to dish praise to Chui, because I think I forgot that he jumped into the Omega working group call and actually had a super cool and quick solution and suggestion for how to make the community survey that we sent out to return, more engagement. Thanks. And then I have a big praise, as always, for Jessica, who really, maybe pushes people into fire, but also rescues them when they need it most. Thank you, Jess. And yes, I don't know who, maybe Tamara?
I can pass it for you. There's only 2 people left, so it was a tough one. I'll pass it to Lauren.
Hey, yeah, I'd like to dish praise to Tam for being super responsive on my questions about like when's my CS Love gear coming, and also for being the first to join the Params party the other day. And I want to dish praise also to Fabio and Vitor for all their work on the dashboard. Also to Sam and Jake, Griff, Mitch, and YGG again for all their work on the dashboard. And I want to just extra praise to Griff for being all over, even when he's all over, and all the time he's like a different background these days. It's like always a different room. And I want to praise Jess for being my cat accountability buddy and for reaching out and just like for such a nice connection. And I also want to praise Blair and Heater. I'm still learning everyone's names for the cat labs because it's a super fun, nice time, and I'm really happy to be part of it. And okay, who didn't go?
Nate. Nathan,
Oh,
I believe.
okay, thanks, Griff.
Yeah, I want to send praise to Chewy, Durgados, Craig, and Ivy for really helping form the SEO approach. So you guys have been a huge help and insight to that. I want to send praise to Chewy in particular for just stepping up in comms and just being the leader, and it's been great to see that. You've been doing a great job. I want to send praise to Katie for awesome one-on-one. Your onboarding stuff is pretty awesome, and it's extremely important. So really want to send praise to that, and I want to send praise to Zeptimus for helping me in the background trying to get some documentation stuff done. So really appreciate you on that. And that's, I believe, it. Unless, has Livy gone yet? Okay, so that's it.
Yep, that's it. That's our show. See you guys. No, wait, there's more. There's more. Let me share screen. Thank you guys for hopping into the call. Man, that timer, Zep, praise Zep for the timer. It's so much fun. It's like, oh, can I come? It's concentrated praise. I love it. So thank you guys for coming. This is our weekly sync. Make sure that if you've joined or if you invited anyone into our Discord, we had some major praise by Vivi and Marco for taking on the Discord onboarding challenge. But we've had some challenges in the past. We really want to make sure everyone checks the checkbox that agrees to our rules of how we want to be as a community. Really important. So if you invited someone in, go ask them to check that checkbox at the Start Here channel. Also, if you have any issues, big or small, the moderator of this call, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm facilitating and Juan Carlos is moderating, and he runs the Gravity working group. And we have this really great form that if anyone's feeling awkwardness between anybody else or even sees awkwardness between anybody else, we want to catch it fast before things spin out of control. So let's keep the relational fabric of our community strong. Please, please, please fill out the form, see something, say something, and let's have the most lovey-dovey community in crypto. Thank you guys for all the praise. If you want extra praise on Telegram, definitely join the Telegram Discord praise channel. I'm pretty confident everyone in this call right now is there, but always good to remind you that if there's other people who want to join, it's a good place to put them. And thank you, Katie, for the reminder that if you want to dish praise on Telegram, you need to be onboarded as a praise giver. Actually, that's true on Discord too. If you want to dish praise anywhere, you actually have to be onboarded. It's a special privilege to dish praise. So, but it's pretty easy to be onboarded. We just have to tell you some things. Yeah, and if you want to see any of the details about what's going on in this community, the Zen Hub revolution is in full force. It's really not a revolution anymore at this time. It's basically the leadership, the ownership of we have been conquered. Zen Hub has conquered, and the revolution is over. So check out our Zen Hub board, and I'll leave it to Tam, who's leading the Community Stewards Working Group, to tell us more about what's going on.
Cool. So I'm going to quickly share my screen. Cool. So we have had an update to our roadmap because we've experienced that we actually need some more time for voting and submissions and then runoff of the final votes. So we've extended the time to propose submissions for the Hatchdao Params and the voting period. So this is an updated version in the agenda. But I just want to say the target is still the end of May. We'll just have some more time now for everyone to get familiar with the params, to make submissions, to discuss the submissions, and to vote on them. Progress towards the hatch is my favorite part of this call. We have 90 hatchers now, 90 committed hatchers, and 390,000 DAI in soft commitments. and the Zen Hub revolution is real, or the Zen Hub domination is real. This is our 8th sprint together. So this is sprint 8, your economy, your choice. And I encourage people who are curious to know what we're working on in these 2-week periods to come to our Zen Hub board, to filter by working groups, and even to see if there's something that you can, volunteer for or pick up. And with that, I just want to say 2 things. So where to find us: the Stewards channel on Discord, and the Stewards meet every Wednesday at 7 p.m. We're usually doing things like discussing the community and specific things to the Stewards, but everyone is welcome to join. And with that, I will pass to Santi in legal.
Thank you, Tom. I'm using the new slides format. So we, the legal working group, we meet on Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Central European Time. And as the previous weeks, we've been working on the proposal terms. We hopefully going to be ending quite soon, probably in the next 2 weeks. I want to give thanks to Sean. He wasn't able to join us today because he got the first COVID shot and he wasn't feeling very well. And we also finished a few weeks ago the hatch terms, which are included in the Git book, and waiting for the Params to be voted and finalize that document. We also finished the praise distribution terms that we will use whenever we, of course, when we will use, already are using once we have implemented the praise impact our praise system, but will be used also for any other distribution whenever we start with source cred. And finally, we were considering the Dandelion voting terms, which probably won't need to be developed, but it's good to join us and discuss all together every single legal aspect that we may consider to be worked on during on the DAO. So our main goal now is to finish the proposal terms, but any other issue regarding legal terms or legal relationship on the DAO, it's the legal working group is the place to discuss. So we hope you guys join us. And with that, I'm going to pass it to Juan Carlos for Gravity.
Thank you, Santi. Well, in Gravity today, we meet today after this call, and we are going to start sharing the Gravity survey that we already have a link, and the idea of it is to identify needs related to conflict management in decentralized organizations to see how can we improve. Also, in the forum, we have several posts, and if you have to take some time, or you feel that you are overwhelmed with the workload or something, you can fill the type form, and we have a rotation process, and we have a mediation process, and we have processes for like for that everything goes smooth, and that's the idea. And there are 17 gravitons in our community, and you can approach any of them. And I think that's it. Jump to check the Gravity survey. That's the last thing to say. And we're training to manage conflict. And I will pass to Hatch Outreach.
Griff, I think you're still sharing the slides.
Hey, so I'll do the Hatcher outreach part, and then Eduardo is having some issues with his internet, so I'll pass to Griff to do the project outreach part. So for Hatcher outreach, I think the important thing to share is that, this isn't an open hatch that's open to everyone. It's a closed hatch, and we're a pretty tight-knit community. So we're doing personal one-to-one outreaches through people in the TE community and in the TEC community, and through recommendations by word of mouth. So it's sort of like we want to make sure we are able to hear the feedback from people who want to be hatchers and to take all of their ideas and considerations into account as we're developing what we are together here. We are in the process of building some more clarity in terms of like some content pieces, some diagrams. Jeff is at the final draft of an article that he's writing for Common Stacks just to describe what is a hatch. Why are we using the term hatch? So look forward to that very soon. And I want to say we're doing Hatcher Outreach until the end of the hatch. So we will actually hatch at the end of May, but then we will continue to reach out to people who we think would actually make really good hatchers and would benefit the TEC community until the final hatch close. And with that, I'll pass to Griff to talk about proposals.
Yeah, it's like not fair that I get to click these links and be ready, but sharing screen gives it power. So yeah, the proposal team, the proposal SWAT, looking for new proposals for the Token Engineering Commons, but we're specifically looking for proposals that provide value token engineers. Not general projects that will like use token engineering to make $1 million. No, that doesn't matter, right? What matters is, are you adding value to the token engineering space? Are you making it easier for the entire community to do token engineering? It's projects like this that are really exciting to the TEC Public Good SWAT team, and we also our goal is to make sure that when you propose to the TEC, it is the best thing that ever happened to you. We want people to feel like, wow, I can't believe all I did was write up a forum post and I got retweeted. People were making comments. My whole world got better because I did. And this is the motivation of our proposals SWAT team. So the first place to start is by jumping in the forum. If you want to help us out, check out the various different proposals that are here and just engage. Look at all these. The token log has 7 comments. TEC Lab has 9. This is great work. Pictosis has 10 comments. This is really fantastic work by the whole community, helping engage with our proposals. And this is what we're here to do, right? We're here to fund TE Public Goods, and these are the guys. So always good to stay focused on that. And with that, I will pass it to SoftGov, Livia.
Thanks. Yeah, we are in the MVV runoff phase. So we had an amazing round of first submissions. We had 10 submissions, and the top 3 had we had a hack session on Sunday to collectively edit all of the submission, the top 3 submissions. So everyone wrote what they wanted to see improved in those proposals, and each one of the authors incorporated the feedback as they thought it was the best way. And then Juan Carlos posted the 3 proposals in his name, so there's no bias of who were the people that wrote the top 3, or any type of identity related. So you can go unbiased and vote for the proposals. Read what is your favorite one. It's a little bit confusing. You have to click on that number on the top right corner. You see the hash 16, 14, 15, and the proposal will open the GitHub issue, and you can read. They are all way shorter this time, so that was a really cool thing that all the proponents improved from the last round. And there is a post also. Be kind, promote open source thinking. It's amazing. You guys have to go and look at it. And the most incredible thing is that I think positively say that everyone who is in this call can go there and vote. So if you have impact hour tokens or a C-Stack score, so if you're a member of the Trusted Seed, if you ever applied, if you ever received praise after your application, you can vote. You have the voting power. So you just have to put your MetaMask wallet on the XDAI network and play with token log. There is a short video, really cool, that Griff made, 2 minutes. If you have questions, it's a really great way to just like quickly see how to do it. And also I made a quick post with like 1, 2, 3 steps. If you don't have XDAI installed, you can find the instructions to do that. So yeah, it's really easy. You should definitely do it. It will help us a lot as a community, not help any one of us individually, but the TEC as a whole, to strengthen the message that we are sending, that is your economy, your choice. It's really huge to be able to choose what is the mission, the vision, and values of this economy that is being funded by all of us. And last thing I wanted to say is there is also in the agenda a link for Wesley GitHub repo. So if you played with TokenLog already and you have any questions, if you have anything you would like to improve, any comments, you can submit an issue. Wesley is super proactive on looking at them, responding to them. You can leave comments there, because this is very valuable for the next sessions we're having with TokenLog that will be around the params. So this is a beta testing for the params. That will be a beta testing for the commons upgrade after the hatch. So yeah, participate, send us feedback, and I will with that. Oh, last thing, AMA calls every Wednesday, and it's great because people are coming also with questions, all types of questions. Even if you're already a community member and there's something that pops up and you want to reach out to like people with time, we're there every Wednesday. And Katie has been working a lot on onboarding. So if you have any questions or if you want to be onboarded, you can reach out to her. And I will pass to transparency to Zaptimus.
Thank you, Libby. On transparency, like the action right now is happening on the forum. Actually, like there was like some audit that gets some comments, and it would be nice like if community engage in that. It's exciting. And another thing we're working on now is with Nate. We will like make the data, the digital management more transparent. So we will also include it maybe on the Gitbook, and yeah, have all the process to get in all the platforms when someone wants to engage. So it will be more transparent, but also more efficient. And yeah, and next week, like we are doing bi-weekly calls, Monday 3 p.m. CET, and next week we will be there. And I'll pass it to Working Group Omega.
Shabnam, are you
Shabnam?
Yes. I just need about 10 minutes to find my mic. Okay, so we had a run through, we met last on the 14th. We'll meet next week again. So we had the community survey out there, and just spread it out, I think, without much focusing, and got quite few feedback. You know, the ones who wants to participated, but there was a big jump off. So we're going to improve that intro again, and then basically Livy and I will directly reach out to token engineers who we know their background, and knowing more about their background would be super helpful. And yeah, hope that the community survey gets actually filled out by a lot of token engineers, because as Griff mentioned, this whole token engineering commons and proposals should be actually, you know, geared towards bringing value to token engineers so they can bring value to the projects that they're active in. So this is all about basically ask what we need and what we can get better at. Yeah, take the survey. That's the one thing. We have the forum post online. I think, yeah, it's just the basics. I will be working on the manifesto, getting the content, putting it together. What is the Omega working group is about? We identified those two main areas, basically. One is the ethics of token engineering, and the other one is our beautiful, wonderful, diverse background, and still our ability to conciliate and this resonance that we have towards one vision that's super interesting, and hopefully we can find ways to nurture that diversity. So these are the two groups, two topics, initiatives we can pull off from this working group. But we also realized it's actually a great research opportunity around these topics as well. So we have actually two real cool researchers, Lydia and Alberto. They will be joining us next week. And hopefully together with them, we can have really a research group here. And Livia suggested that we can actually create a research proposal from this content and from these topics that we have in the working group, or that we have identified through this working group. Yes, Letty is taking on the conciliation. We know that we have spread across a couple of private and public repositories, resource hub, I would say. We want to create a resource hub, just bring those links together about the interesting reading, interesting resources from the many disciplines that crypto economics and token engineering throws from. So Letty is interested in that, and she is going to start. A lot of us are putting the resources together. That's a good one. And together with a Hitchhiker's Guide to Token Engineering and all of the OGs of token engineering, we're pulling together coming together around the bonfire, a bonfire chat around the topic and the transdisciplinary art of token engineering. As said, since this is one of the topics that are super interesting about the token engineering community, we're bringing together Lisa, Vasim, Sharmin, and Trent. Zagam couldn't make it this time. We're gonna have a second round for sure. But we want to bring the people together and have them, exchange their stories about their diverse backgrounds that brought them to token engineering. Also have them exchange experience and tips about how to survive and thrive in these multidisciplinary teams that we are, and maybe look into the around the corner that we can work better together across these various languages that we speak and various tools that we use and various lenses we have. Okay, sorry I took possibly too long, but that was also a summary for all of us, I think, who are waiting for me to summarize these things.
Would we show the
So, and then,
graphics for the event that you were speaking of?
So shall I? I don't know if you're going to show them at the end or.
Well,
quickly and then move on. All right.
Wait a second. Yes. Why don't? Do you have it?
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then let's move quickly to comms so that we have some time for.
Okay. So yeah.
Oh,
so
it's
then,
not. It's not sharing. It's not showing. But actually, let's do it at the end. After it'll be good to revisit it. And I want to give Chewy the space to take on comm.
Thank you, Griff. Well, we meet every Tuesday for our work. Um, some advances from last week are we've been doing a lot of progress with SEO, and actually we're organizing some meetings so that we can further discuss this matter. So, Nate, do you already have a time? Oh, wait, never mind. It's tomorrow at 10 a.m. PST.
PST.
So, if you would like to contribute in this matter, you're very welcome. We need a lot of help and especially expertise because we're pretty much like just following any experience that can come and help us out with this. Uh, Also, for content and distribution in general, we have a new repo in the SendHub board. So please make sure you're following this because at any point of content, if it's just like creating content or distributing it, like anything in the middle is gonna be worked in this board. So you're welcome to come. And also, we have a great post on how to become a hatcher. So if this works out for you for whatever purpose you have right now, especially hatcher outreach or anyone else who can use this content, so please make sure you check it out. And we also have the Common Swarm weekly updates. I would really encourage all of you to just follow this thread in the TEC forum. We also have a post in OneHive that is more focused on like OneHive matters, but this is pretty much like a bridge between both communities because the Common Swarm is an effort of these both. So if you want to dive in and just follow our thread in the forum, there's a lot of really interesting information on how that team is doing there. We have a meme party tomorrow, so we hope to see all of you there at 3:30 p.m. EST. So they're a lot of fun. If you haven't been in one, please join us. They're good. And just as a message, like if you know people that haven't activated their trusted seed, just go through process in the comment stack link, and just make sure you follow most of our platforms, and just so that you have the option to distribute all of this content that we're gonna be moving in the next weeks. So that's it for comms, and I'll pass it to Jake and Params. Oh wait, Jake isn't here, so Griff.
Well, honestly, I want to pass it to Vitor because Vitor has been the one pushing us all forward in the Hatch dashboard. Vitor, do you want to give us an update on the Hatch config dashboard, where it's at, and any kind of estimations on when people should start really diving into proposing parameters?
Sure. Can you see my screen? I have some internet issues. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we see.
Yes.
Okay, great. So basically, I did some with Fabio and Pablo some refactors in the dashboard. So we changed it. Can you see just to get sure that it's working?
Yep.
Okay, so we did some refactors in the front end. So basically changing some tags and just getting everything fine to people be able to vote. So then have some tooltips. So basically we changed a few of the layout of things. So now you can see better the pie charts and etc. And then I changed the math a little bit. So it's simpler, and then it got matching everything correct. So like the mathematical part is correct right now. And then like this is running locally because I made a few changes that I made several refactors actually that need to be approved. But now like it's running way faster because I simplified many things. So like things are working faster and the math is correct. So that's basically it. And I think after like Fabio is going to reveal my pull request that has a lot of changes. But I think that until like today it's gonna be okay. Like the changes will be merged. But then I think it's nice to have just a sanity check to pass through everything again to get sure that all the math is correct. But after that, I think it's okay to people voting. And yeah, and we basically made a few changes in set of redeemable, rage quit, and there are a few nice things in here. So in here now it's way clear that the black part is like the hatch tribute and it's always the same for the three scenarios. But the blue here is like what's the part, the value in Raptex die that the builder receive, and the yellow the backers. So you can see that the more you raise, the more the backers receive in proportion. So it's more clear and a few other things here. But other than that, you're working on a new design as well. So probably it's not going to be updated right now, but you can update in the future. And probably like this week, we can like today we can finish the changes, and then maybe in a few hours or a day do the sanity check, and maybe tomorrow we can fully vote on it. And I think that's it. Does anyone has any question?
I just want to add that we added a lot more focus on TEC tokens and how those TEC tokens are distributed. You can see we reduced the columns here, which should make things a lot easier. And it really shows the number of TEC tokens that you get, the equivalent amount of money that it would take to mint those tokens, and how much you could rage quit out. And it's a very nice thing. We all get to see how much Zeptimus gets. And the other big thing is that if you guys want, if you see anything that can improve, we're gonna have a Param party tomorrow. It's on the calendar. It's at the same time as this call in 24 hours. Well, I guess 23 hours and 10 minutes. So please join us to be one of the first people to play with the new version. And if you play with it, go to our Params channel. If you have any issues, just like tell us about it. Tell us how we can make this better. We really want to get voting on this. This is the last step for us to start launching to do the hatch, and we're hoping to end voting on the hatch parameters for the first round, and we're really ending the submissions for new parameters and voting on which of those parameters should be there for the runoff. We hope to end that in less than 2 weeks, like a week and a half. So we're going hard. This is going to be huge. But if we, there may be delays, and maybe we have 2.5 weeks, but it really depends on you guys and the feedback that we get on if this is good enough for us to actually propose parameters, or if it's still too confusing. So we're really excited to hear your feedback on that. And this plus MVV, there's a lot of engagement this weekend. So please don't be shy to hang out with Token Log this weekend and start playing.
And one point on Token Log, we have a link right now, and then you can see that we already have the Token Log set up. I think those issues that are in here are not the one. I think we're gonna change them, but you could already vote, and the Token Log is already set up for common stack tokens and impact tower tokens. So it's all set up.
Yep. And if you guys, just so you know, we're going to need to close all those issues because they're going to have a mismatch of data. There were some bugs that we didn't see before on how calculations were made, and a few other and really like just missing information. Like we're using cultural build tribute, and now we're switching. If you scroll down, we're going to start doing the percentage that is held by the backers. Which is much more total supply held by backers in that output table. That's much more interesting and understandable. And there's a few other things that we're adding. So we're going to close all those issues, but you can always go into those issues and click like start with these params, and you'll get the same parameters to fill out your thing. It's just we want to pump out different. And with that, I will pass it. Thank you, Vitor and Fabio. They have been giving their heart and soul to this dashboard all week. So it's been really cool to watch it evolve. And I'll pass it to Sem to talk about Common Swarm.
It's amazing, guys. Thank you so much for the dashboard. I am also going to share the screen because the vote of last week passed. And what does it mean? If you remember, we did a migration vote or a commons upgrade vote to a new DAO, which is not a commons, but we can see which is the result.
You're not sharing
What
something.
we have is that I am sharing it again then. This is what happens when you want to run. Do you see it now?
Yeah, it works.
Great. So here is the result. Basically, what we had is that we were sending the funds from the old DAO to the new DAO with a different between the vaults. So at the beginning, we had a 5% on the non-redeemable vault and the 95% of in the redeemable one. And we switched in order to have a 10% in the funding pool and the rest in the reserve. So this is part of the vote, and the other part of the vote is to migrate the token. So we had TECH, and we will now have TECs. And this is the new test TEC that you all have. And the interesting part is that they are locked for 1 year, but they go unlocking slowly. So it was within this week the migration. So because some days has passed, now most of you will have around 0.01 or 0.02 tokens that you can transfer, and the rest are locked until 1 year has passed. So this is the demo of the week. We have the new DAO here with the tokens, and everything looks like worked fine except for the redemptions that we had a little problem, but in the next demo we will have redemption with us. So here we are.
Amazing work. We did it. We had a commons upgrade. That's so cool. Everyone has test TEC now. Don't spend it all in one place, guys. It's worth real money. Too. We test in prod. So you can you can, well, is it? Yeah, I guess right now it has redemptions, right? So you can rage quit it out and you can get some XDAI, wrapped XDAI.
We can vote where we want to send those real XDAIs. They are not so much. They are around $20. Maybe we can vote to send them somewhere else.
Cool. Well, great work.
We can get a bottle of whiskey and share it.
Yeah. Anyone who's in Europe can get to the Barcelona house, the Giveth house. Maybe a bottle of champagne. Well, I mean, this is I want to just like add to this update because it's just like we did it, guys. We have the hatch. It's working. Everything is working. We want to do one more test demo. It sounds like, right, Sam, to do the whole process where everything succeeds because the rage quitting functionality didn't work last time. We had some wires crossed, but so we'll do one more like fun demo where we actually deploy things, and then everything is working. We did it. Yeah.
There is just one thing that we have to fix, and that's the only thing: the creation of the vote that must be after the hatch, and after that, everything is fine for the hatch DAO. And this is why we will be focusing in the commons upgrade from now on.
Cool. Yeah. So for the spotlight, there's a few things I'm going to just go. Oh, thank you, Sam. There's just a few things I want to go through on the Trusted Seed. The Trusted Seed is a project of the Common Stack that we will, there is a little bit of politics, I'm not going to lie, around the Common Stack avoiding proposing to the token engineering commons for a little bit. However, we believe eventually we will want to propose to the TEC once it is on its feet. And one of the projects that the Common Stack has been working on is the trusted seed. And this is really critical for starting new economy. You can see it in the FAE protocol. How important it is to really have the people who are initializing these systems care about the long-term value of this. Right now, there is a vote for FAE protocol to use the token, use the ETH that they collected to move the peg up to 95 cents, to bring it closer to the peg that they proposed originally, where it's $1 for one FAE, right? But they had some token engineering flaws, and now they just want to use the money they have to bring it to the peg. And a lot of people who converted their FAE to Tribe are like, but wait, I bought governance tokens. I want to make money. And it's like, but wait, isn't the purpose of the protocol to keep the peg to $1? Yeah, but I want to make money. Like, we have to always balance this short-term profits and the people who are there for short-term profits with the actual purpose, the actual intention of creating value. Whatever you're building this economy around, if you're building an economy to keep a stable currency and you make a proposal that will absolutely bring it closer to the goal of the thing, and all of your community is saying, wait, what about my profits? You have a problem. And that problem is solved by the trusted seed. We actually we prevent Sybil attacks. We prevent the apes from coming in. We only allow the Common Stack hand curates the trusted seed to be people who are value aligned, people with reputation at stake. And we create a multi-game scenario where if you join the trusted seed, you have reputation now. And that reputation can actually be taken away from you if you do not, if you act poorly within communities. And this multi-game approach to the trusted seed can add a lot of value to any community beyond just the token engineering common. It's kind of a weird token engineering solution because it doesn't involve a lot of tech. It's more of a social solution. But as we know very well in the token engineering commons, these social solutions are very important for the socioeconomic systems that we're trying to. So if you want to, I think almost all of you are part of the trusted seed. I know Juan is because he got that hat that shows he's in. So if you know anyone who's value aligned and wants to see real change happen in the token in the token engineering space, or really in the crypto space, or really in the world, they should join the trusted seed. So bring them in, and yeah, thank you for the spotlight. And with that, the next call. Thank you guys for coming to the Thursday community call. Always fun and engaging. I can't wait to use the deck next week. Fully. We just got it out yesterday, so it's kind of like both everybody using both. But yeah, well, if you still want to hang out with all of us in our lovey-dovey community, Gravity is next in the Gravity working group. So join Juan Carlos, and don't forget this week we have this revolutionary thing where the community gets to decide the mission, vision, values. And we have hatch parameters voting. Like, things are happening, guys. Things are getting real. So get in there and engage with both of those systems and make yourselves hurt your economy, your choice. And we will see you at Gravity.